Here's an update on the aquaponics experiment backyard here. We've had some really cold nights. It's been down to like 15 degrees. Not everything is surviving. The fish are doing well. I was able to maintain a 50-degree water temperature. The insulation around the fish tank seems to be working well. I got rid of the air pump and instead am using natural aeration. Since I was starting up the system, I was worried about oxygen in the water. Since my water is going through gravel trays, that plus the way I'm pumping the water into the fish tank should give me enough oxygen for the fish. The fish seem to be pretty happy. I did add a fan back here since it was so cold, and as I get the rocket stove going, let me show you the rocket stove a little bit. I put some cob around the opening here, and I put my logs in there. I gotta add logs about maybe once every hour or so, and I can keep a good fire going with just 2 split logs. These up here I just took off of the log pile. Normally I'd split these in half. It burns better when you have 2 pieces of wood. Anyway, I put the fan on top, put some bricks on top. These will heat up and then radiate heat after the fire goes out, and the fan will blow it around. But here's the stuff that has survived. Eggplant's still doing well. These are ornamental peppers. The basil's about shot there. We don't have any new tomatoes on this plant, but we got some tomatoes a little further down here. Celery's doing great. Looks like some water has been dripping on these leaves here, but otherwise, you know, they're doing well. We need to eat more Swiss chard. Looks like that needs to be harvested. The coleus, this is very interesting. I took these 3 coleus plants, well, 4 of them actually. They were growing in the raft system, and they got bit pretty hard by the frost. But these coleus, even though they're in pots just sitting on top, they're doing well. So I am getting to think that in winter climates, I'm in 6A, that the gravel works a lot better. Even though, well, of course I've got a rocket stove, the mass heat underneath it, even though I use sand, which is not the best material for absorbing heat, it seems to be doing better. Here's a little experiment here. This is choy. I planted some in the gravel, and then I planted some in the raft. And as you can see, it's doing much better in the gravel. So, a little bit of heat seems to do the trick. Here we've actually got tomatoes growing. Those actually started growing while being back here in the greenhouse. So I had a couple blooms on here and the doors were open, and I guess they got pollinated. I don't know about the rest of them, but it got bit by the frost. The canis, it's not doing too well. It doesn't like the cold. I brought some ferns in here. They're just in pots. The basil's all but done. We are germinating some more plants inside the house, and we'll bring those out. I do have peppers over here, and they're doing well. I think I will put those probably where the canis is. They seem to like the gravel much better. My lettuce experiments, I started these from seed in these pots, and doesn't seem to be the best idea, especially in the winter. I can see where it would work in the summer, but it's just too cold out here. Only the healthiest will get a start. So like I said, we got other plants that were germinating inside the house, and we'll bring out the this is bok choy, and this has really surprised me. This was grown from seed out here, and it's doing really well. This is parsley. It's got a real slow start. The cucumbers have all but died in the back there. We're going to replace those with snow peas. We got a few beets, a couple turnips have made it, but we'll fill these out once we get the plants grown. But that's pretty much all. And I've had to supplement my heat back here with one of these guys. When it got really cold, I fired this up and ran it all night, and I was able to keep 50 degrees in here all night long. The temperature inside the greenhouse, when I come out in the morning, I light my last fire in the rocket stove at about 11 o'clock, and I go to bed. I got to work in the morning. I come out here about 6:45, and the coldest it's been in here has been 30 degrees. And it was, that was a night, it was like 15 degrees outside. So far so good. I need to figure out a way of loading wood automatically through the night. I have yet to come up with a good idea, but still working on it. And that's it for now.